Alright, so here we are. I guess it's, let's see, day 36, 37, 36. Somewhere in there. We've been into this a little bit more than a month. The original bacteria tank is still flowing good. Still got these 3 tubes going. There's my main vegetable tray from what little fish I had. I started with a 40-gallon tub, and that, well, we got more than enough bacteria and ammonia to keep these guys going pretty good. Still have this. What was my filter, a lot of the fairy mouse root got sucked down through a tube. It's a major backup. Had a lot of overflow and partially destroyed this thing. So it's not working as well as it was. But I've got it going part-time now. I come out and tend to it and keep that water flowing. This thing here had a big leak. Now it's flowing good, but same thing. If you don't watch where the rocks, I mean, you can't really see it here, but there's a tube going into there. And I got a bunch of rocks set up so that I hopefully keep the tube clear. Well, any screw up at all, I come home from work a few hours later and see a huge mess and a lot of lost water. Some plants that were buried in perlite, and this perlite was all buried into the rest of the mixture. You can see it's all pretty much, guess what floats, right? Yeah, so if you look at the bottom of these, the little green got wasted kind of leaves, and then everything up top still healthy. Let's hope for the best, but that one's taking the worst of it. A couple of these others look like they're just gonna do fine. So I got a couple lettuces going in here. They drowned, and I didn't really give up on them. I just I let them do their thing, and I tried to cover their roots as best as I could, and they're kind of coming back. So let's just hope for the best with those guys. I did have to add another filter, which is in here. The algae is just out of control. Has been for a while. Finally decided to go for some help from some barley, and I'm changing in tap water. So I've got this hose set up. I'm putting it in a little bit at a time so as not to change the water. Just shoots right down in there. Every once in a while I'll turn it on for a few minutes, add a little bit of a regular fish tank chlorine, whatever the fuck, breaks down the chlorine. So, and then some barley extract. So trying to do it all naturally, not kill my algae eating fish. But I mean, that's green, right? Alright, so today is big algae killing day. Got this new tank set up. It's basically a bunch of pea gravel on the bottom. I put those coconut nets you get for, you can line a planter with them. So I put a bunch of that down in there, and then I put a bunch of sand over top of that. And I'm hoping just filter out whatever I've killed with the barley and whatnot. The worm farm, it's a worm farm. I've got some fish food over here. My little pepper grinder is what I use to break it up. I got a lot of smaller fish in there. So I break up the koi food and put it like that for all the little guys. I have too much ammonia right now, which is something I never thought I would have. But I just haven't grown enough plants yet. So I have an ammonia breakdown. I have the chlorine, like tap water conditioner. And then I have that thing of barley over there too, which is going to help out. So that's where we are with it right now. The fish are really healthy in there. Obviously, huge ammonia and algae spike, which we are currently taking care of. So let's hope for the best. A lot of flowing water. Soon this thing's going to be moved to a permanent home, which will have more plumbing. I kind of like the tubing. I mean, come on, look at that. It's kind of, whoa, where are we going with this? But it's a lot of water flowing, and I like it. So that's what I'm doing.